I've been through this with you two before, and I'm not going to get into all of these nickel and dime things. Court does call the case of Lori Anderson versus Armani Lama.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. State your appearance, sir.
May it please the court, Keith Nathanson, P41633, appearing on behalf of, in place of Sam Jarbo, for the plaintiff, Lori Anderson, who's also present and participating via Zoom this morning.
Armani Lyman?
I'm here.
Where are you? I'm sorry, I'm not picking you up.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, there you are. I do need a camera. All right, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
This is for...
Right from the start, the judge sounds clearly frustrated, saying he has dealt with these two before and doesn't want to waste time on nickel and dime issues. That tells us this dispute has a history. The court is now hearing a landlord-tenant case between Lori Anderson and Armani Lyman, and the tension is already noticeable. When a judge begins a hearing like this, it usually means patience is running thin, and the court wants clear answers quickly.
Past due rent, current rent owing on this matter, including utilities and late fees, is $11,398.12.
All right, Ms. Lyman, do you agree with that, and how are you going to get that paid?
The plaintiff's lawyer reveals the key number in this case, $11,398.12 in alleged unpaid rent, utilities, and late fees. In landlord-tenant disputes, this total often comes from stacking several charges together. But in court, every single dollar must be backed by records like lease agreements, invoices, or payment ledgers. Just claiming an amount isn't enough. Documentation is everything.
No, I don't agree with that, but I did turn the rent into the court this morning.
You did what? I'm sorry?
Turn the rent into court this morning. The 66.
You paid something into the court?
Yes, this morning.
How much did you pay?
$6,600.
This case, I have to check.
We don't have it under this case?
Oh, correct.
Why would it? Well, while we're checking, what time did you pay that?
Not that long ago.
Yeah, where did you pay it? At 14-1?
Yeah, I paid it up. Yeah, this.
Here's the first big twist. The defendant immediately pushes back and says she doesn't agree with the total, claiming she already deposited $6,600 into the court that same morning. If that payment actually exists, it could dramatically change the outcome of the case. But the court can't find the record of that payment. It raises serious questions about what really happened.
This one.
Okay. My court.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see it?
Yeah, I don't see it.
They would have had to receipt it in.
Yeah.
Can we communicate with somebody up there to see if they just haven't entered it?
Mark, I'm online with the court. If they call me, can you?
Really? All right. So,
Here's the first big twist. The defendant immediately pushes back and says she doesn't agree with the total, claiming she already deposited $6,600 into the court that same morning. If that payment actually exists, it could dramatically change the outcome of the case. But the court can't find the record of that payment. It raises serious questions about what really happened.
so I'm just trying to figure out how this how this gets to 11,000? Counsel, because the complaint that's filed indicates that there's 6,600 owing as of the beginning of February.
So,
Obviously, March would then click in, and I get
Correct.
that.
so that would get us to 9,900. And then in addition, there are two water bills, one from 9/1 of 2025 for 463.16, a water bill from 12/1 of 2025 for 484.96. There's late fees in the amount of $150 for January, February, and March of 150 each. So that would total 450 for each. There's a service charge pursuant to lease of $50 on January 19th. And then the DT reimbursement.
What's the service charge?
According to the lease, Ms. Anderson, what's the $50 service charge for?
Yeah, according to the lease, the $50 charge for the refrigerator service that was done, stated in lease. And also there's a $50 charge because she took the DTE, paid her $50 for my refrigerator and she took it. So I want
Oh,
that.
Lord Jesus.
I
All
can
right,
take
look,
anything.
I'm not gonna, no, like, I've been through this with you two before, and I'm not gonna get into all of these nickel and dime things, because I'm gonna need to see a ledger, and I'm gonna need the reliance on what provision in the lease you're relying upon to charge whatever's being charged. I get the charges that council's indicating for the water bills. Those water, council, I don't know if you have something in front of you regarding those water bills. Are those from the township or from Yucca?
I only have just the ledger from my client, so I don't have a copy of the actual invoices themselves.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm gonna need those because I want to know. And it's only because we ran into this whole issue with the water bill the last time, and I just want to see them. Miss, I don't want to hear from you. So what I'm gonna do, did we see it?
I have talked to, there are no receipts that any clerk can keep.
There, we don't, Ms. Lyman, we're not showing your payment today.
I sent someone to do it for me.
Oh, so you didn't come up. Somebody's supposed to come up. We don't have a payment.
Okay.
So here's what I'm going to do.
At this point, the judge begins breaking down the math behind the landlord's claim. According to the complaint, $6,600 was owed by early February, and adding March rent pushes it to $9,900. Then additional charges appear: water bills, late fees, and service charges. This is exactly where courts slow things down, because judges want to see precisely how every charge was calculated.
Folks, I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week, March 13th, 2026. What time? 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. Everybody needs to come down. I want to see the ledger, and I want to see justification for any charges outside of the $3,300. And then we can figure out what I'm going to do from there. All right.
I'll make sure we have a copy of the lease, a copy of the ledger, a copy of the water bills, and a copy of any of the other charges that exist.
All right. Thank you, counsel.
Okay, thank you.
All
I
right.
appreciate it. Okay, have a good
Thank
day.
you, folks. You do the same.
Thank you.
Since the payment still can't be verified and some charges need proper documentation, the judge decides to postpone the case. The hearing is adjourned until March 13th, 2026 at 3 p.m., and everyone must appear in person with the full ledger, lease agreement, and proof for all charges. Until those documents are presented, the court can't determine who actually owes what. The next hearing could be the moment where everything becomes clear